lot of fans are incredibly excited for Jurassic World Dominion to finally release, as this is going to be the epic conclusion of not only the Jurassic World trilogy, but also kind of a conclusion to the Jurassic Park franchise as a whole. And there's a lot of things to be really excited about, and the cast that's been promoting this film and that are going to star in the film have done a lot to really get fans excited for it.
Jurassic is a very pro-female franchise. If you think about it, as it started, all the dinosaurs were women. They were women. All the dinosaurs were female. And they're inherent in that there's sort of the idealization of that female strength, female power.
So with there being so many great and interesting moments already just from the cast talking about this movie, we thought it'd be fun to take a look behind the scenes at some great interview moments and some hilarious things that have happened very recently, and maybe talk about them a little bit. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a little bit of a closer look. Now before we dive in, some quick trivia about Jurassic World. In the very first Jurassic World movie, besides Chris Pratt, one of the main characters was also a star in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, though you may not have actually noticed it. Which character was it? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to find out if you were correct. One thing that's really interesting about this film is definitely the overall scope of this movie and just how large it seems like this film is really going to be compared to any of the other movies we've ever seen before. And a lot of the cast seem to be really excited about this prospect.
You've got Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill and Laura Dern all back. You've got a bunch of amazing new characters. You've got Claire and Owen and dinosaurs you've never seen before. And truly, Colin has done just a masterful job. It does truly feel like this franchise has been not just 65 million years in the making, but 65 million and 30 years.
It's a bit surreal working with these cast members. I mean, the original cast from Jurassic Park is back in the film. So Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, B.D. Wong, people that I watched when I was like 12 years old in the movie theaters in Jurassic Park. I'm acting opposite them, sharing the screen with them, and saying goodbye. It's been totally surreal, and the movie is freaking awesome.
And cut. That's a cut. All right, ready? Let's do a quick rehearsal. Ready? And action.
And it truly is epic in scope, not just from the locations that we shot all around. I mean, how many continents? 4 different continents or something like that? And so it does have that feeling that you would get from a Bond movie or something. It's truly global.
The dinosaurs are everywhere. You know, in the last film, they blew up the island and dinosaurs got everywhere. So the whole world, it's been 4 very fast-moving years, and now dinosaurs are terrorizing people around the entire world. And we're bringing back the legacy cast, and it's kind of like in a fireworks show. It's the grand finale. So,
of course, one of the biggest points of this film is the fact that some of the original actors from the first Jurassic Park movie will be reprising their roles for this film, which is something that they kind of already did a little bit with the Jurassic World Lost Kingdom movie with Jeff Goldblum, but this time we get to see an even larger extent, and that's something that is really awesome, especially to hear the actors themselves talk about this process.
During the shooting of the last movie, it was during COVID and we were all, huddled up.
Hugger-mugger. Hugger-mugger.
Hugger-mugger.
What does that mean?
Hugger-mugger means you're all cuddled up,
We were hugger-mugger.
Just sheltering from the storm.
But I felt closer, in a way, I felt we all got closer than ever.
And the only play now is to take the time that we have left and, just like we always do, squander it.
I will say, being the original cast, putting ourselves in circumstances where then friends would ask us, what was that like? You had nothing to look at, and now every actor we know has had to do this in a movie.
Another thing is just in general with any type of movie that has these types of great actors in the movie, there's a lot of funny cast moments that seem to happen and stories that get retold along the way.
There's nothing like the first time, is there? when it comes to awe and that stuff. I'd nominate Laura Dern as being the #1, just for shock and awe.
I second that emotion.
He came up to me halfway through the day and he said, "Hey Sam, you know the accent you were talking about?" I said, "Yeah, I've been working on it for 4 weeks or something." He said, "Don't worry about it. Just use your own voice." I said, "That's great, Stephen. Thank you so much." And then 4 days later, he came up to me and said, you know that voice you're using now? I said, yeah, my voice. He said, somewhere in between.
Now, another really interesting thing about Jurassic World Dominion is the fact that this movie was filmed in very close, closed set filming rules. So, a lot of the cast had to kind of be very close together for a lot of the filming process. And filming took over 100 days. So it is definitely something very interesting to see what the dynamic looks like when the cast had to be so close together for the filming process.
You know, the truth is that a lot of us had our families with us, and so there were a lot of young kids around. So the shenanigans were very innocent and fun and like family-like, you know, familial.
We're sort of in like a summer camp together because it was a COVID shoot, so you guys were all like bunking up in the same hotel?
Exactly, yeah, everyone was bunked up in the same hotel. It was really kind of extraordinary. It reminded me of very early on in my career, you do these independent movies, like the movie that got me into Hollywood. I got paid $700.
I love Chris on a motorcycle.
I love Chris on a motorcycle too, and I haven't even seen the film yet, but from the trailer.
Surrounded by raptors.
Now, another really interesting thing, of course, is the fact that Jurassic World Dominion has already released a lot of very interesting B-roll footage from behind the scenes as well, showing just various actors and film sets already, and it just looks like the scope of this movie is going to be really big and really awesome.
When we were making Jurassic World, I knew it was going to be really special. I could never have imagined we'd be here working alongside Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern. It's pretty fantastic. That one's pretty good. Well, yeah, almost a combo of the two, too, because there's one where he kind of stops, you think, oh, he's like,
The cast will be joined on set by Terry, who won the chance to get eaten by a dino as part of the All-In Challenge. Chris Zoom-bombed Terry and his family with the good news.
We have some really cool ideas for how to kill you in a memorable and exciting way.
Now, if you guessed Ty Simpkin, you would actually be correct, as he played one of the main kids in the first Jurassic World film. He also was the kid Harley in Iron Man 3 and appeared in Avengers Endgame during the funeral sequence. Kinda cool. So are you guys excited to see Jurassic World Dominion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.